Something works deep inside the world's greatest natural history museums. It has no laboratory degree. It uses no chemicals. And it performs a task that modern science still cannot replicate with the same precision. It is a beetle smaller than a grain of rice. Most people imagine museums as quiet, finished places. But behind every perfect skeleton on display is a process that surprises almost everyone who discovers it. Museums around the world trust one of nature's smallest workers to do one of science's most delicate jobs. This is the story of dermestid beetles, and why they may be the most important insect you have never heard of. Dermestid beetles belong to the family Dermestidae. In the wild, they appear naturally on animal carcasses, inside bird nests, and in dry, sheltered spaces. They are considered pests in many countries, quietly feeding on wool, leather, and stored food. But inside a museum preparation room, that same hunger becomes something extraordinary. These beetles are drawn to dried soft tissue. Their larvae are the true workers. Covered in fine bristly hairs, they move through flesh with surprising speed and accuracy. A colony can grow to tens of thousands of individuals. Adults and larvae work together without coordination or instruction. And they share one quality that no chemical on Earth can replicate. They stop at the bone. But why would a flesh-eating beetle leave the skeleton completely untouched? Bone is dense, dry, and nutritionally empty for a dermestid beetle. The beetle does not choose to spare it. It simply has nothing to gain from consuming it. The result is a perfectly clean specimen with every joint, every fragment, and every fragile surface left exactly where it belongs. The process begins when a specimen arrives at the preparation lab. It is first allowed to dry. Wet specimens slow the colony and can create problems inside the chamber. Once ready, the specimen is placed inside a sealed, heated box kept near 30 degrees Celsius. This warmth mirrors the natural environment where beetles thrive. The colony is introduced. Within hours, the larvae begin to move. A small bird may be fully cleaned in 48 hours. A larger animal like a bear or a big cat can take several weeks. Museum staff monitor closely. Once the tissue is gone, the beetles must be removed quickly. A colony left too long with nothing remaining will begin to gnaw on cartilage and thin bone edges. After removal, the skeleton is cleaned with soft brushes and a careful rinse. What remains is remarkable. Every small bone is in position. Every surface is undamaged. No bleaching. No warping. No brittle edges from chemical exposure. Compare this to traditional methods. Water maceration soaks a carcass for weeks, produces strong odors, and can shift or loosen small bones. Hydrogen peroxide whitens a skeleton but weakens its structure over time. Chemical baths erase fine bone surface details that scientists depend on for research. Beetles do none of this. Here are facts that may genuinely surprise you. The Smithsonian Institution in Washington maintains a permanent live colony of dermestid beetles for official specimen preparation. A single active colony can contain up to 100,000 individuals. Museums have trusted these beetles for over a century. Beetle larvae can detect a carcass through airborne chemical signals from a remarkable distance. And a full deer skull can be completely cleaned in under 2 weeks, faster and more safely than any chemical process available. Museums do not use these beetles for convenience. They use them because the results are simply better. A beetle-cleaned skeleton retains more scientific information. Researchers can examine joint structure, bone density, growth patterns, and signs of ancient injury or disease that harsh chemicals would permanently erase. Nature spent millions of years designing the perfect cleaning system. Science simply learned to use it. Next time, we will watch this same colony face one of the most powerfully built skulls in the animal kingdom. What happens when nature's smallest cleaners meet a creature evolved to crush bone itself?